News, and I'm back with another Christian message on today. So today we're going to talk about the power of surrender. So let's be real. A lot of us say, God, I trust you, but deep down, we still try to control everything. We stress, we worry, and we try to handle things that only God can handle. But the truth is, the real power shows up when we stop fighting and we give everything to God. So I have two scriptures I want y'all to focus on. The first scripture comes from Proverbs 3:5-6. And it says to trust in the Lord with all your heart. Not part of it, not when it's easy, but all your heart. Luke 22:42 says, even Jesus said, not my will, but yours be done. If Jesus had to surrender, what makes you think we don't have to? So the first lesson key point is surrender ain't weakness, it's strength. In this world, people think surrender means you lost. But with God, surrender means you're smart enough to put it in the hands of the one who knows what's best. Jesus surrendered on the cross. It looked like defeat, but it was the greatest victory. So the second thing is surrender brings peace. Worry and fear come from trying to control what we can't. When we surrender, we experience God's peace that goes beyond understanding, which comes from Philippians 4:6-7. Picture this, y'all. Imagine you carrying a lot of heavy bags. Instead of you handing them over to someone stronger, God, what happens? You drop the bags, you're out of breath, and you probably don't even make it to where you're needing to make it to because you're trying to carry some things that only God can handle. So this is the third key point. Surrender positions you for God's best. Our plans are limited, but God's plans for us are unlimited. Sometimes God closes a door not to hurt us, but to protect you. I know you've probably been praying to God for opportunity. You've probably been praying to him for a house or car, whatever it is. God probably closed that door because he sees some things in your future that you don't see. And he's only protecting you. He's not saying that it's not going to happen, but I need you to trust me a little longer. I got something greater in store for you. When we release our timeline, relationships, we open the door for God to move. When we cast all our cares and worries unto God, when we fully surrender the control, we allow God to move. God can't move if you're creating doubt, fear, and you're confused. So when we release our timeline, relationships, and fears, we open the door for God to move. So these are 3 ways to surrender. So the first way we all are familiar with is pray daily. God, I surrender my will to you. The second thing is to release control. Stop trying to fix only what God can. Certain battles you may be facing, it wasn't for you, it was for God. The third thing is to trust the process. Even if you don't see it, God is working. Lord, I don't understand it, but I'm going to trust you anyways. So I have 3 reflection questions I want to ask y'all on today. The first one is, what area of your life have you been holding on to instead of giving it to God? The area I've been holding on to is the need to control everything. I realized that the things that I'm stressing about, y'all, that battle is not for me. The battle is for God. So the area that I'm holding on to in my life is the area of control. The second thing is, why is it hard for us to surrender to God fully? I think it's hard for us to surrender to God fully is when we can't see it. It's like when you go through so much in your life and you're praying, you're trying to do things right, and it seems like nothing is changing. That's why it's hard for us to surrender when we can't see it. The third thing is, what is one step you can take this week to release control and to trust Him? One step that I know I can take this week is to focus on what I can control. The things I can't control, I have to fully give that to God. So I have some encouragement for y'all on today. Surrender doesn't mean losing. It means stepping into God's perfect will. Remember, when you let go, God can step in. When you release it, He can restore it. So if this message encouraged you on today, y'all, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below saying, this message helped me. This was the confirmation I needed. And be sure to share with somebody else on today. It's time to fully surrender to God so He can move in your life. Stop trying to fight battles that only God can handle. Give it to Him. Y'all know that you are blessed. Know that things are getting better for you, but you got to see it. You got to walk by faith and not by sight. Y'all stay blessed.